Hey guys, Luke here and welcome to another FIFA 20 player review, and in this video guys I'm going to be reviewing the 84 rated Borussia Dortmund left winger Thorgan Hazard, of course the younger brother of Eden Hazard. He has picked up his first inform of FIFA 20, which is obviously very good news if you do also have his ones to watch card. I was able to pick up this inform card for 34,000 coins in the 4 games that I played with. He didn't score me any goals, but he did get me 3 assists. He's also got a 4-star weak thoughts as well as 4-star skill moves. Moving along and twisting him stats, his main standout stats are going to be his 84 positioning, his 94 agility, as well as his 89 balance, and finally his 89 dribbling. And it did also have the marksman chemistry style applied to this Hazard card, and I thought for the most part he was a decent card. I think he actually has settled as well on the market for around about 30,000 coins, which is, it's a decent price for this 84 rated card. As I mentioned with the Tammy Abraham review, if you're thinking of buying one of the new informs that have been released today, the best time to buy them is always at Thursday, pretty much any time between when rewards get released at like 9 AM, between then and around about 4 PM, because obviously usually that's when most rewards are opened either on the companion app or just on the console or whatever. So that's the best time to be able to pick up these informers, because it's very likely you can get them for a good price. But to be quite honest, he isn't really that expensive anyway. He's doing like 35,000 coins, which is a decent price for this card. Would I say he's worth it? Yeah. In some areas he is. There's one issue to the card that kind of really annoys me, but I think there are a lot of good parts. I think his dribbling and his pace in particular are very good. His passing isn't too bad either. In particular, his crossing was fantastic in game. His finishing was not the greatest. Didn't get me any goals, but he's not a bad card for like 35,000 coins. He is probably one of the better left wingers obviously in the Bundesliga. Having said that, I do think Ivan Perisic probably is a little bit better at the two cards, if I'm totally honest, but he's still a good card. Don't get me wrong, his first pro will be his pace. I thought it was fantastic. Yes, his 80 stamina is a bit of a problem. We'll talk about that later on, but when his stamina bar was full, his 84 pace felt a lot quicker in that to use in game, and I think it was because of how good his acceleration was. He can burst past most fullbacks of no problem whatsoever, as long as his stamina bar was full. Always make sure to go into games with this guy pretty much on 99 fitness to be able to kind of get the best out of him, because he is great going down that left hand side when his pace bar is really, really high. So his pace wise, it is very, very good. His second pro as well will also be his dribbling. 4-star skill, which is fantastic. Also his dribbling stats all round is probably the best asset to his card. 94 agility, 86 ball control. He's got the 89 dribbling as well. That marksman chemistry style takes his agility to 98. His balance is already fantastic. His ball control and dribbling both go into the 90s as well, which is fantastic. His dribbling is really, really awesome. Being able to cut in and just be able to take on defenders and stuff, it was just really, really awesome. And obviously 4-star skill, which is something that you can really be able to utilize well, especially if you are good with your skill moves. It is a very, very nice part to his card, as dribbling, and it probably is, in my opinion, maybe the best part to him. Overall, I think it is fantastic, but his final pro as well is also going to be his crossing. In particular, his crossing, don't get me wrong, I think his passing was pretty decent all round. His 83 vision, his 85 short passing, he did link up well with the other attackers, but it was his crossing which really, really stood out for me. 2 of his 3 assists did come from crosses that were just, they were fantastic balls just played over towards Tammy Abraham, who buried both chances that Hazard did provide to him. Just fantastic crosses, really, really good. He's only got 84 crossing, but it felt a lot better than that in game. It was really, really impressive, so I have to put it down as a pro to the card, because I thought it was honestly a game changer. It really, really was. Those kind of 2 cross assists that he got basically kind of led me to get at least draws or maybe even a win in one of the matches as well. So crossing wise, I've got to put it down. It was a good part of the card. His only main issue that I do have to him is his stamina, and it does kind of put a bit of a damper on the card. I do think it kind of makes him not unusable, but it makes him not quite as effective as what I would have liked him to be. And I think if his stamina was like in the high 80s, he'd be even a lot much more better to buy for, but he's got that 80 stamina, and he does tend to get tired towards the end of the game. You could try and conserve it for the whole 90 minutes, but you want to try and build your best teams in FIFA, where you want to have players with good stamina so that you're not having to conserve, and the fact that you have to do that with Hazard is a little bit annoying. That is like the only issue that I do have to him. But overall, for 35,000 coins, it isn't too bad. But if you're thinking of overall left wingers in the Bundesliga, I do think Ivan Perisic is better than this card. Not by a lot, but on the whole, I do think he's a better card. I'm not saying that Hazard's bad or anything. I just don't think he's like the best left winger in the Bundesliga, but he's still decent. He's just not the best. But anyway, guys, that is going to finish up this play. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.